Perhaps the most famous sin in the Torah is the sin of the golden calf. But what could we learn from it? I'm Rabbi Benjamin Goldschmidt, and we will discuss Parshat Tisa. In this week's Torah portion, we learn of the sin of the Chet HaEgel. The entire Parsha is dramatic. How the Israelites create the golden calf for them to worship, how Moses breaks the tablet he just received, how he argues with God to forgive the Jewish people, how he threatens to be omitted from the book of books. But let's take a look at the reason the Jewish people sinned. What happened to them? Didn't they just receive the Torah at Sinai and hear the voice of God? Did they forget the miracle of the Sea of Reeds? The Torah describes in detail the development of this story. When the people saw that Moses was delayed in coming down from the mountain. ויקהל העם על הארון, ויאמרו אליו, קום, עשה לנו אלוהים, אשר ילכו לפנינו, כי זה משה האיש אשר העלנו מארץ מצרים, לא ידענו מה היה לו. The people gathered against Aaron and said to him, Come, make us a God who shall go before us. For that man Moses who brought us from the land of Egypt, we do not know what has happened to him. The great commentator Rashi explains that the Jewish people just made a wrong calculation. Moses told them on the 7th day of Sivan that he will go up to the mountain for 40 days. The people assumed that the day he went up counts as the first day. And on the 16th day of Tammuz, when Moses didn't show up, they were led to believe that he has died. The Jewish people could not live for one day without clarity in their belief. As soon as they lost one God, they started searching for another one right away. We humans are faithaholics. We constantly need faith in our lives. Even when I speak to people who declare that they're atheists, I find out shortly that they believe in atheism or science or art. What they don't realize is that we all make great decisions in our lives based on faith and not on knowledge. The choice of a spouse, for example, is very much a religious decision by definition. There's no way you could know how life will unfold and what your needs will be in 30 years from now. When you choose a spouse, it's a proclamation of faith based on his/her character and your relationship. It's the same with a job or career choice. When someone quits a job to start up his own business, you're not guaranteed success. You're making a decision based on faith that you have in yourself, or faith in God if you're religious. This is perhaps the most positive thing we could learn from this dark story of the golden calf, that buried within each of us is an essential, urgent thirst for faith, a search for truth. Rabbi Chaim Soloveitchik of Brisk has said that by definition, faith begins where knowledge ends. The Jewish people sinned because they needed to see, feel tangibly their leader Moses, who guided them through the desert. However, they'll have to strengthen their faith to survive without Moses. Therefore, when Moses comes down with his second tablets, his face was radiant. וירא אהרון וכל בני ישראל את משה, והנה קרן אור פניו, ויראו מגשת אליו. Aaron and all the Israelites saw that the skin of Moses' face was radiant, and they feared from coming near him. From now on, they feared to look at him. A distance was necessary so they could rebuild their faith in Hashem. Their sin was not for losing faith. It was that their faith was misguided and depended on their leader. Our yearning for faith should not cause us to lose sight of its purpose, to be dependent only on Hashem, to know that there are things we cannot know for sure, things we could only believe in.